Всем привет, с вами Аленочка, на LDR Horror Год. Мы продолжаем Алана Уэйка. Наверное, стоит заранее извиниться за то, что у меня будет происходить на заднем плане, потому что у меня кошка со змеей проявляет друг другу гастрономические интересы, это может быть достаточно громко. Вот. И за мой кашель, поскольку я еще не до конца поправилась.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
А, да. У нас сохранение здесь было.
I'll write. I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin. Outside the story there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
А, 68-й ежегодный день оленя с 15 по 18 сентября. День. 3 дня. Игры и развлечения, лотереи, соревнования рыбаков, конкурс пирогов и неожиданные состязания. Живая музыка. Для детей кривозубый Чарли днем и невиданная мистическая фантасмагория Монтгомери вечером. Не пропустите легендарный парад на день оленя. Серия. Маленькая вредная живность. Ну, это было у нас в прошлой серии.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake. Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me, and then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Candy-colored clown.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Мы это все помним.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Ни хрена себе квартирка. А у меня меньше.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Ничего себе погодка, правда, что. Ну, красиво. По дивану там, что ли, шаришься? Циря. Живость. Но это его книжки. А, зря мы не прочитали в прошлый раз это все дело. А, удобно. Так. А следующую можно как-нибудь, нет? Или только... Человек вернулся ко мне, его лицо скрывали тени, и во мраке окружающего леса его почти не было видно, в отличие от запачканного кровью топора, нанесенного для удара. Человек безумно ухмыльнулся, тени оказались живыми и искажали его лицо. Это была сцена из кошмарного сна. Вот только я не спал. Одержимый стоял передо мной, на нем невозможно было сосредоточить внимание, словно он находился в слепой зоне, разросшейся от множественных повреждений головного мозга. Из него сочились тени, расползаясь, как черные пятна в воде, как облако крови от укуса акулы. Меня охватил ужас, я сжал фонарик так сильно, как будто от этого зависела моя жизнь, всей душой желая, чтобы он не дал твари подойти ближе. Вдруг что-то произошло, и свет как будто стал ярче. Мы не нашли одну страницу. Сначала я услышал, а потом увидел, как они с визгом пикируют на меня. Настигнутый облаком, я завертелся на месте. Секунду. Я смотрел сотни мертвых глаз, блестящих в темноте, как черные жемчужины. Я поднял фонарик, и стая взорвалась, подобно фейерверку. Перья горели, превращаясь в пепел. За их криками я не слышал своего. Нет, я так долго читать не смогу. Вначале я находил страницы одну за другой, словно по воле случая. Книга, которую я не мог вспомнить, была ли ужасным правдивым пророчеством, то ли актом творения, который заново переписал мир. Я начал охотиться за страницами, охотиться лихорадочно, потому что в них содержалась разгадка тайны. Заполучив эту разгадку, я мог спастись и спасти Элис. Я не буду пытаться успевать за ним. Да ну нафиг. Я шагнул в гараж бензоколонки, было темно и тихо. В гараже не весь что творилось. Похоже было, что его нарочно разгромили или что там произошла серьезная драка. Свет лился в помещение через открытую дверь. В задней стене, и я направился туда. И вдруг меня ослепила яркая вспышка. Старый переносной телевизор на полке сам собой ожил. Невероятно. Но я увидел на экране самого себя, ведущего безумные речи. Бывает. Дом на озере Калдрон? Переспросила она. Шериф смотрел на меня с подозрением. В окна участка лился утренний свет. Я, наверное, ни за что бы не выбрался из леса живым, без помощи шерифа. Однако я не мог сказать ей правду о том, с чем столкнулся прошлой ночью. Она решит, что я лжец или сумасшедший, посадит меня в кутузку и не поможет мне найти Элис. Стаки плюнул на пол и попытался вытряхнуть паутину из волос. Пара так и не объявилась, чтобы забрать ключи, и с тех пор началась какая-то муть. Странное чувство завладело его вниманием. Стаки посмотрел вверх и застыл. Его мозг напрасно пытался осознать открывшийся ужас. Он отшатнулся, уронил жестянку с маслом, и черная лужа разлилась по полу. Стаки пытался сопротивляться, но быстро сдался. Давящая темнота поглотила его. Интересно.
Rose knew she had been
Роуз
gushing,
знала,
but
что
right
слишком
now she
разговорилась,
didn't
но ей
care.
было
As
плевать.
far as
Она
she
была
was
твердо
concerned,
убеждена,
her
что
brief
короткая
meeting
встреча
with
с
Alan Wake
Аланом
was
Уэйком была
literally the
лучшим,
high
что с
point
ней
of her
когда-либо
life.
случалось.
She
Она
watched as
смотрела,
he
как
got
он
in the
садится
car
в
with his
машину вместе с
wife.
женой.
She was
Какая она
pretty,
красивая,
confident,
уверенная, как
at
легко, в
ease with
отличие от
Wake,
Роуз, держится
not
с
like
Уэйком.
Rose.
Они
They
были
were
идеальной
perfect for
парой.
each other. She
Она бы
had
душу
given
отдала,
anything to be
лишь бы
called their friend.
называться их другом. Помянем.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing
Барри
off the
Уиллер не
walls.
находил
He
себе
jumped on a
места.
plane after his
Отчаявшись
calls were
дозвониться
ignored by
Алану
both
или
Al and
Элис,
Alice for several
он
days.
бросился в
It
аэропорт.
could mean
Может,
that they were
конечно, они
both on a
устроили
second
себе второй
honeymoon.
медовый месяц,
But
но
Barry
Барри в
didn't
это не
buy it.
верилось.
Al had been
Ал в
way too
последнее время был
unstable for
весь на
that.
взводе,
Not
издерган и
sleeping,
плохо
messed
спал. Не до любви
Barry
ему
had
было.
years of
Барри
experience
знал
dealing with Alan Wake,
Алана Уэйка
and he
уже
couldn't
многие
ignore it.
годы, и теперь
Something was
нутром
wrong.
чувствовал, что что-то случилось. Ну это, короче... Эти страницы на кошмарном уровне сложности. Ну, помянем. Не буду на кошмаре проходить. Мне будет страшно. Если серьезно, я там с пистолетом не справлюсь.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan! Please check the fuse box!
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Bright Falls, настоящий.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Где? Кого?
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Ну-ка.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just
Да,
go
да,
down the
терпи.
corridor.
Песенки напевает. Бодрый мужик. Лично я вообще ни разу не рыбак.
You're good to go, Mr.
Да
Wake.
сейчас
Sarah's
пойду,
probably
терпи,
waiting
мужик.
for a chance to talk to you.
Хотя, в принципе, в прошлый раз я собрала все... Не бегай. Разыскиваются Ричард Баух, Брюс Данский, Джейкоб Миллер. Не вернулись вовремя из туристического похода и не выходят на связь. Если вы видите их или вам известно местонахождение, позвоните по номеру. Спасибо. Это что, пропавшая капибара? Что это? Существует, когда ты сидишь спокойно и играешь, пытаешься всмотреться в пропавшую капибару и сзади ржать. Иди отсюда.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the county center. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Видите, не зря мы сюда
The
зашли.
sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Не здесь, да? Отсюда я вышел. Не здесь. А.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd locked me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Алан, дорогуша, я надеюсь, ты запомнила то, что это чудовище тебе сказала, потому что я уже забыл.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be... Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Всегда, пожалуйста, мужик.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Угу, поэтому мы смотрим на забор справа. Вроде все логично. А чё по радио?
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Угу. Ну, в чем ты там сфокусироваться все хочешь? Да я понял. А ты как? Насколько у меня сильный-то мальчик?
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Я надеюсь, мне опять эту музыку не заблокируют, потому что ну да ну и надо было радио выключить, догадаться.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh my! Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Что за дебильная рубашка?
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Бак. Колумбийский мамонт? В Колумбии? Серьезно? Я не знал. Бак. У меня с английским не все так хорошо. А почему Чарли? Мамонт, а можно косточку? А! Скелет колумбийского мамонта. Особь, возраст которой по оценкам составляет около 14 тысяч лет, была найдена в асфальтовых озерах. Допустим, Лабрея в 1981 году. В 1998 он был подарен национальному парку Элдервуд, когда колумбийский мамонт стал государственным ископаемым штата Вашингтон. Его нарекли кривозубым Чарли. А, это зубы, точно. И с тех пор он является официальным талисманом парка. Я говорю, у меня с английским все не настолько хорошо.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Okay. Ну, отнести бланк Расти, ну...
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Конечно, я не найду.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, best.
Он мне надоел.
It's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay, okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Будь! Будь!
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Будь!
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Ты шо, дебил? Ничего себе. Чего включить и выключить? О. Включи обратно. И выйди в дверь. Не трогай свет! Прикольно. Интересно, сколько у них аренда такого домишка стоит?
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
Чекпоинт, да? Давай почитаем. Ого.
Правду говорят, убивают не падение, внезапная остановка в конце.
Я лежал здесь, в снегу, а в голове у меня раз за разом повторялась жуткая вереница сцен, которые привели меня сюда. Повтор моего личного кино с реальным убийством, память моего трупа. Алан Уэйк, почти что Джон Уэйн. Опять я играю словами. Роковая женщина исчезла. Остался только кислый привкус поцелуя, который убил меня. Это было запоздалое прощание через 13 лет после того, как я отомстил. Оно наконец настигло меня. Боль пришлось терпеть долго. Моя кровь окрасила снег, этакий зловещий коктейль с замороженным соком растворила все разбросанные болеутоляющие, лениво капала в сточную трубу, смешиваясь с желчью города, становясь с ней одним целым. Теперь я вижу их, мою жену и сына. Милая, я дома.
Baby. Honey, I'm home.
Хотя она и носила человеческое обличие, но назвать темную сущность разумной значило применить человеческое понятие к тому, что было совершенно чуждо всему человеческому. Тем не менее, она нашла единственное достаточно темное место во всей закусочной. Свет, льющийся в коридор, страшно мучил ее, но она терпела. Писатель скоро исправит положение, он направляется в то единственное место, где власть все еще принадлежала ей. Похититель выстрелил в последний раз, и тень растаяла во тьме, из которой явилась. Вот видишь, Уэйк, ничего особенного. Сама мысль о том, что Элис в руках у этого человека, была отвратительна. Мы стояли на деревянной площадке Лаверс Пик, за спиной у нас были гора и водопад. Сорян. В высоте над головой Вот, ну никто мне не дает сегодня поиграть спокойно, ага. Ну чё ты там орёшь, Цири? Угомонься. В высоте над головой мерцали красным огоньки радиомачты. Меня так и подмывало нанести удар, но я заставил себя заговорить. Давай перейдем к делу. Где моя жена? Это то, что сейчас будет. Элис смотрела в объектив, выравнивая кадр. Озеро Колдрон было невероятно красивым. Вдруг она заметила в тени за домом какую-то фигуру. Кажется, это была женщина, стройная, в черном платье. Элис опустила камеру и посмотрела в ту сторону. Никого. Только кусты, по форме отдаленно напоминающие человека. Элис покачала головой и рассмеялась. Ага. Барри никогда не ладил с Элис, но знал, что Алан любит ее до безумия. Вот теперь с Элис что-то случилось, и вот Ал вооружился пушкой и говорит вещи, за которые людей сажают в палаты, обитые войлоком. Как будто у друга случился сильнейший психоз, напрочь отгородивший его от реальности. Барри был до смерти напуган. Ну что я могу сказать? Бывает. Так. Ага.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm gonna check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Так, пошли. Я не собираюсь слушать авторскую музыку. Чтоб потом опять огребать. Да ну нафиг. Так, там свет такой. Чё тут? А. Блин, а как тут красиво, ребята, вы зацените просто. Музычку бы поприятнее. Видь? Страшно. Elderwood Nature Trail, Lover's Park. Ну да. Ну, мы скоро туда пойдем, все нормально. Сначала нужно просунуть свой длинный нос везде. А затем... Ура! Ужас.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish. Especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took your kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. The white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
У меня одно вопрос, а что это за бред? Нет? Вы опять друг друга увидели. Сейчас опять Цири начнет охотиться за змеем. Только вроде успокоилась. Позвонить не хочешь? Нет? Do not feed. Не кормите Дэнни. Это же линята. Ну, интересно. Ну как так-то вообще? Бум. Внутри базы стояла жуткая вонь, будто давно сгнивший утопленник выбрался из могилы. Расти харкал кровью, я с трудом смог отвести взгляд от сломанной и неестественно вывернутой ноги. Что за тварь это сделал? Макс поскуливал у себя в клетке, у Расти лихорадочно горели глаза, его взгляд был полон ужаса. Он прохрипел: «Мистер Уэйк, все случилось точь-в-точь, как было написано на той странице». Интересно. Кто такой Расти? Ай!
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me! Anybody? Help me!
Кому?
Help me!
А вот ты.
Can you hear me? Anyone? Please
Hello?
help! Back here. I'm back here.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Мне ни хрена не... А? тебя в твоем кабинете. Где твой кабинет? Надо
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Я так полагаю, вот эта страница. Right.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Hunters need hunting licenses.
Куда вернуться?
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Fishing
is only permitted for those visitors
who purchase a park
fishing
license. Obey
the park ranger's instructions
at all times.
Rusty, no! Never approach closer than 5 yards.
Two bears and wolves.
Отойди!
Never approach any other closer than
25 yards.
This must be leashed.
At all times.
Never leave your
pet unattended.
It is historical items from the park. This includes even or even simple berries.
А. Это проблема. Угу. Терри, ты рядом со мной спать собралась? Ага. А где пёсель? Блин, тут мне нельзя сейчас в такое играть. У меня у самой недавно пёсель. Хороший был пёсель. Я в курсе, что я бегу назад, если что. Я ищу какие-нибудь батарейки или еще что-нибудь в таком духе. Ну, свет не включается, да, я помню. Теперь на меня будет нападать Расти. Грустно. Нормальный был мужик. Момент. А ты как он хочет, чтобы я сегодня стримил? Так. Блин, ребят, вообще ничего нету. Как я без батареек? О, Господи. Мать твою. Говорю, мне нельзя сейчас это показывать. Ну вот зачем настроение было портить, а? Охренеть. Что должно было случиться, чтобы так дерево сломалось? Ладно, ребят, на этом на сегодня все. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте пальцы кверху, мне будет приятно. Всем до встречи в следующих частях. Всем пока-пока.